Welcome back to what we call great action. EURONICS fighting against Fragsters right now live. Here at StarSeries EN2. I'm Zesht, I'm the guy to guide you through this. And, well, very happy that I can welcome you guys here. It's gonna be a great time, it's gonna be great fun. We're gonna have a good one right now. Fragsters and EURONICS are both the winner of the previous matches of yesterday. You can both pick up 3 points once more. So I can imagine there's going to be great stuff happening. So it'll be very interesting to see how that one will go. Let's say it like this. The performance yesterday has been quite good by EURONICS. But right now we've seen already a few surprises here and there. Right now it's going to be first of all EURONICS trying to bait out players. So that was typical Favin. Dealing major damage to the Tor and putting him down to 15 HP. At the same time, Refreshed finds himself good frags. Here onto 2. Area players are existing as well. Favin can escape those. There's Kazuya hitting 1. Up above Ski. Just waiting, but Crispy now on his own. Clock in hands. The player coming in from behind, taps away 1. Can't do much more than that. Frags are starting with this. And that's the right way to do it. Talking about this map, logically decided by Fragsters, feeling way much more comfortable on this. EURONICS, I mean, the last time they have beaten anyone here was back at the 13th of June, a few days back. That was just against Squared. Not really big opposition. Also, on the other hand, Fragsters took out NIP, Tricks, Virtus Pro, Tempestorm here on train. Yesterday beaten Northern 16-14, so barely, you could say. As the lads of EURONICS right now trying the best with the pistols. Time is taken away from them, and it's just the 3 people right now just waiting in front of B to make the big bang. Movement is happening, trying to go over the catwalk, it seems to be. Corbin quite ready for that. Players are nearly peeking out. There comes Favin, first one to die. Murbit just coming out. And Corbin pick up 3, not to really stop there. Finally, it's Murbit taking him out, but only Kazuya doesn't darkly go for the plans. As the players are closing in, can't find Stavin there in the end. And Lipski. Next one, Crazy. It's a good way to write his name. The Germans, well, you have to say, as they have picked up cash as the next map, it's very understandable. It's also very smart from Fragster to ban Overpass away from EURONICS. Then EURONICS came with their instant ban Mirage, very usual. Fragsters train, EURONICS cash, Fragsters move nuke, EURONICS remove the train. Final one would be dust too. And I think that this map should be quite easily on Fragsters. Yesterday, very shaky. Maybe after the day of yesterday, they have recovered to their actual state. Murbit gets that one down and then executed by Torben. At least a few additional dollars now. With EURONICS right now having to buy, I remember an interview I did with NATO Safix when I talked to him, I think it was a few weeks back during the German Championship. And he said, what's very unique to me at Sprout to play with Germans is that the team always wants to be so goddamn strategical. With this strategical sort of approach, it's always a very execute heavy kind of play the Germans want to do. That's very interesting to see because right now also Dane's playing, if they see it the same way, that would be interesting. EURONICS right now focusing 3 players towards Ivy. As Favin and Co are just waiting in front of Ivy at that point in time. Dragonfly is going to be very ready for this. That's taken away. Time is just coming, and Murbit, as well as Cressy, just waiting for any aggression to happen from Fragsters, but they stick to the sides. They don't do anything differently. Focus on what they can do quite well. That's just killing the people when it comes down to executions on the site. And there as it comes, players focusing now on the beat. Torben's going to stay there on his own. Bobsky has arrived, and the assistance over from Connector is going to be there in a second. Torben waits and waits and waits. Finds Cressy. Can't go on to Murbit. Can't find him in the end. At least EURONICS in a little bit of a worse situation. Crispy executed, only Favin alive. And now Joseph Bauman needs to see what he can find. It seems very impossible that this fuse is going to be stopped. And this refresh is on it. Joseph is out of this. Seven and Co. They pick up the 4th. EURONICS with a bomb plant down. Kind of have an advantage right now, or not really an advantage, but a little bit of additional dollars back in their pocket, and they're going to use that, as we see. But still not really a round that went in their way. Far away from that, of course. And as Fragsters are playing on home soil right now, EURONICS are not 100% comfortable with this map. It should really feel like an easy one here for the Danes. Right now, once we're playing it very passively, Refresh takes a bit of ground, hoping for the A main players to come. Murbit and Co. I mean, at one point, your IGL Crispy should realize we might continuously try to go for this place where we pray for Fragsters to do a mistake. Cressy, as well as Murbit, should realize at one point that's not happening. Staying back to their sides, waiting until you are coming. Fragsters aren't that interested in gaining room. They only want to gain the room that's really relevant to them, and that's this bomb sites right now. 50 more seconds left on the clock. Suya is passing for the smoke. Fairly dangerous move. Gavin has to be quite ready for it. They're taking their time. It's just ticking away and might build a little bit of pressure on EURONICS. So Torben and Dragonfly need to be the final 2 individuals holding up when the execution starts to rain in on the B side. Kazuya is not there. He tries to hit the players. We're then rotating over to B, and there they come. Torben needs to be ready. Dragonfly needs to be ready. And Torben waits. Can't win the first one. Can't win the second. Dragonfly dried in the process there. Kazuya hitting exactly those off players. Flashbang not in the favor of the green and white. Stavin and Refresh don't have great conditions right now, and it seems like Refresh might try. Can't find one. The Stavin dies. Refresh is sandwiched. Kazuya over there on the A side. See what he can find. He goes white, sneaks up to the final Fragsters player. Has just his trigger rep ready to squeeze it through. EURONICS on the first. The B side delayed execution worked. It's always a little frisk left. And if you're ever asking, you know, Cressy, the player, his D of the name has some sort of line in between. It's Marko Djordjevic. I know this guy, his name is Marko Djordjevic. Never say Djordjevic, that's wrong. I had to hear it many times. It's Djordjevic. Say it right. Now, Steven. Holding very aggressive approach towards Ivy. Stavin and Cole right now. They should be kind of having the idea how EURONICS previously played it. And this is why they thought it would be a nice idea to go for Ivy control a little. This is what they have just done. They pushed EURONICS a little bit back. Cressy with a more aggressive approach though towards Refresh, who didn't dare to do so. And that's maybe how you can actually loosen up that Fragster system. By making them feel like they need to do a change when they basically don't need to. Bubsky falling down to Cressy. Devin finds Crispy. There's a Marlow and a lot of shots coming towards him. Staffen even loses his M4 somehow. And that's just the 4-2 then. The Fragsters can keep control right now. EURONICS will have an opponent with nothing in their hands just right now. I don't know what's up with Marko, with Cressy right here, but those gloves are disgusting. Sorry to say it like this, Marko, I don't mean it. Fragsters right now stacking themselves close to green and blue. Trying to go over A main and use their entire USPS firepower to get anything done. They go. Boost up here in A main. Okay. Interesting approach.
Bomb has been planted.
As Famine finds himself too, Bubsky is at least able to take him down. He's trying to keep the AK through the follow-up round. And here's those silent shots of his teammate to his right. Torben finds another. Kazuya should execute him. Oh, down to just 6 HP. Oh no. And he's losing that. Oh no, and he as well. Murabit. Four to 3 and getting closer to Fragsters. Something seemed to kind of got lost at one point. as right now, EURONICS will try to go a little further in that. I mean, 4-0 start, that was beautifully done from Fragsters. But we had that yesterday with Northwind. They always had a great start, Fragsters, but they were always somehow, let's say, not shaky, but not really good at keeping those very well done squads. And there it goes. Torben finds Crispy. That's one executed. Cressy, though.
Bomb has been planted.
Bomb goes down, back on B site. Bubs can call. And then right now, going deeper and deeper on B. They find themselves Cressy. That's only Merbids. That's gonna be the 5-3 Fragsters. Gonna pull that through. Losing 3, but in the end are able to deny EURONICS to get a little bit more than that. Torben and Co. right now are aware that EURONICS barely has anything left in economic reserves. It's a very crucial round right now for the Danes. This could secure them very good scoreline in the first half. The 7 and Co. Once more seeing the EURONICS are taking that more of a strategic approach. Kazuya, Mervin and Co. are trying their best at that point. It's gonna be the A side they're working for. Scotland can't get anything. Same, Torben and Dragonfly.
Bomb has been planted.
It's gonna be Fragsters once more retreating from the A side. EURONICS once more did it. See Torben find Merbit. It's at least a little bit of stuff to do.
Terrorists win.
As that 5-4 is the case. Crispy and Co are coming closer to a tight scoreline. Fragsters are using all their resources right now to once more come in with a bye. Bibski gets himself Kazuya. This is like this back and forth that possibly could start. We see Faba dying as well. Cressy suddenly on his own needs to realize there's hardly any way he comes back with a victory of round number 10. Fragsters once more extended. Steven and Co. seem Cressy with the knife in hands, getting caught pants down. Fragsters with the 6. EURONICS can still buy in. That sort of mixed buy we're having here from EURONICS. I mean, Fragsters so far, it's a little bit odd. They very much fall for this extremely late setups. The same way we already had it yesterday with Northwind on train, where this very late setup somehow worked out quite decently. Now it's not quite sure how the T-side will go for the lads. I mean, in general, Fragsters feel a little bit comfortable as the attackers of this. Now we're seeing the B-side being attacked. Faven finding one. Torben is though there with a double. Swaits on the side. He definitely heard those steps from Kazuya. Is it possible taking him down? Not going to be the case. Remember that Cressy don't have the perfect weapon array, so Kazuya gotta do a lot of work right now. The bomb goes down. Exactly what you were not looking for happens. No Malo onto Cressy, and therefore can't deny any late defuse. They need to fight, and they need to fight big time. 2 players have a kid. 5-second defuse is possible. Cressy needs to make it work. Comes in with a flashbang over ramp in just a second. As it comes, he jumps down. He's going to be executed by Refresh. The defuse going to come in with ease, and therefore Fragsters are at their number 7.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
At 7-4. Fragsters should have an easy time right now. Those pistols on EURONICS, I mean, they have never been major pistol heroes. They're not really good at winning pistol rounds either. And Steven, therefore finds Faven. Ironic with the names. And he has cleared a lot of room right now for the team. He says Ivy is clear, and therefore you should know, okay, we can rotate a little more towards connector or A, because that's not a very obvious position they're going to come from. And a long-range tool, it's going to be Steven possibly running into a few problems. Blinds 2 can't get anyone, though. Another flashbang. Therefore blinds himself. Cressy cannot refrag his teammate, and suddenly the assistance arrives. Pupski, a very odd flashbang, but seems to work out. Cressy rotating back, coming now, trying to find another no casualties on the Fracture side, and that is extremely well done by the team. Because what you need in such rounds, what you really need to deliver, is gaining a great CT economy. This is what they're doing with this. As they're doing just exactly that. It's Crispy, Cressy, Murbit, Faven, and Kazuya. Right now having a very important round up ahead. Just be fully blind, might be taken up by Refresh. That's not working. Assistance from Dragonfly isn't there as he can't do much about it. It was great support that just arrived there with the bomb carrier, Faven. Making it very possible for Crispy to get that frag. With that frag right now at hand, I mean, they're still in the man equalize situation. Look at all the utility flying there on the A sites. Smokes, everything happening. Steven can't connect. Dragonfly needs to do major work for his team. Does it? There now, it's only Dragonfly. 2 up ahead. Smoke on his left is gonna fade. Dragonfly is going to realize, or possibly going to realize, because that's not going to be the A site. How fast are you, Dragonfly? Fast enough to get crispy. That's only Favin, and he's the man you really want to have in such a scenario. As Joseph Bauman is one of those individuals that has great fragging capabilities, but Dragonfly is better this time, and therefore the Fragsters can secure number 9 and put EURONICS in a situation where there's great losing bonus. First of all, 2,900 plus a bomb planted means there's a buy coming up once more, and the Fragsters reserves are there, so I don't need to worry too much about the economy. As Dragonfly finds himself Kazuya, it's EURONICS. Having, well, a little bit of a sad situation up ahead. On the other hand, though, your Fragster should have no real hard time right now to get that one done. Torben can't connect on more than that. Oh no, and Pupski, it's a very unfortunate timing with the nades, and still it's a man advantage existent. The Molotov could go deep, Dragonfly has no opportunity to do so. Stavin just didn't throw it. Hopefully he has better things in mind with that. The nade goes deep. These players somehow try to evacuate themselves. Great shot from Dragonfly. Favin executed as well. And then the last 2 rounds, Dragonfly executed 6. Seems like everything works out right now for one of the Lunds. As if you believe it or not, Dragonfly is the bigger brother of Stavin. Martin and Jacob Lund doing a very great job together. That's a 10-4 in that round. Might just deliver us exactly what we're looking for. Quick look at Torben. 112 ADR with 5 opening duels and 5 opening duels won. 15-7 he stands. Now 16-8 to be accurate. Now Krasenko, they have that man advantage. Crispy though down to 9 HP. The A side is something they're trying to attack with Boski. Spraying a few bullets here onto A main. Cressy can just avoid them. And so Fragsters is waiting it out. EURONICS could consider that they're going once more for a very, very strategical delayed approach. It wouldn't be something new. It might look sinister for the yellow and blue. But this is nothing epic. Looking like this right now is kind of acceptable. Kazuya finding Bubski. It's a very great opportunity. Dragonfly on another. Is he gonna find anything more? He tried to hide, and of the left inside, outside of his vision. There was another one. And now Steven needs to fight Murbit. 30 more seconds, bomb not retrieved. Now finally picked up. Murbit gets that bomb down. Then comes in from connector, and Berber doesn't seem to really expect this to be the case. Now has his eyes very much on. Spy taps him away. 3 HP he survives with. 10-5 off. EURONICS still very capable, and especially able to come out of this as a victor. But Fragsters with a 10-5 half, and now switching over to the side they even prefer. That's where it gets a little tricky. This is where it gets a little bit more problematic, you could say. Yes, both teams are ready. We're good to go. Let's see what the Lund family, the entire Danish lads, can do. Mervin & Co. It's the pistol round where it counts. It's the point in time where headshots need to be accurate. And Kazuya, now having much of information, you see that happening very often. EURONICS also tend, for example, doing this back on cash, pushing the B side to gain information. Bubsky just finds himself Cressy, and there's still a low HP Kazuya, who's just a bullet away from dying. Dragonfly now making the approach on the B site. Fully blind the teammates are, and that's a bit of a problem. Dragonfly can just bring it back onto the site, and we see the sad part is two individuals, they don't have armor onto themselves. Makes them very vulnerable targets. Dragonfly should consider it twice if he wants to take any duels. Might be tapped away before it even happens. Flashbang pops just above their heads. At the same time, Lipsky finally arrives. Time is taken away. Crispy still got the kits, and Dragonfly is going to realize that there's going to have a hard time up ahead. Torben plays around, and he plays just for time, but Favin comes, and Favin doesn't find it. He's tapping his way through the head of Favin. And 11-5 it is. Fragsters winning that round, getting the bomb down, and executing every single EURONICS member. And in case you didn't know, the last 3 months Fragsters lost this map against a German team, alternated attacks, and that's 16-2. Quite brutal, you could call it. Now it's time to get a brutal 13-5 start during the second half for Fragsters. Already executed 2, but with 2 scouts still in hand on Mervin and Kazuya, this is actually a quite lethal strategy, because you think there might be just one on the battlefield, but Mervin and Kazuya could just do this exactly the way they like to. Torben hopes for any aggressor to come towards him. Where's the rest of the team? Just wait, Kazuya gets 1. That's the strength of that scout. Because you suddenly 2 players tagged, you just need to take a few body shots. There it comes though for Dragonfly getting Kazuya. Remember, it's just very much ready with any of the upcoming players, but that's not going to be the case. That bomb is down. First still on 100. Considering to take a duel right now is not the best of an idea. Crispy gets his head just put into 2 pieces. Rabbit hopes that anyone comes towards him. Some exit frags would be nice to have. It seems like that A site is given away to Fragsters. The Danes are going to take it. EURONICS are not coming up with any decent buy in the follow-up. Kazuya, by the way, on 750 to buy the op just very soon. It seems like the Germans, they're letting this one slip away. The fun story is, and that's actually quite worrisome, the next map technically would be Cash. And Fragsters lost Cash against Friendly Fire, makes kind of sense, a German team. Lost that against Singularity, a team which was very much already crumbling for a good bunch of time. And then 64 loss is massive. Also against EUNITED, against XCOM, against Kingwin. Very odd losses you could see here. Right now, round number 18, it shouldn't be too hard that Fragsters secured that, what they're really looking for. is the case. Bomb down, EURONICS realizing it's going quite well. There we got it. 12-5. EURONICS somehow trying to survive with all. Makes it work, at least partially. They have lost Cressy. Oh no. Favin ripping off the head of Kazuya. Remember the final one. There he dies at the end. 13-5, EURONICS. You're not looking brilliant. It's time to shine right now. As it comes, yeah. Shots are coming close. There comes Bubsky with one. Flanking works. Ivy they can't hold. Bubsky with another. Crispy might take that duel and finds even two, but he's caught up in a sandwich. That between two Danes. Kazuya and Murray need to do massive work. Retrieving the bomb is the first thing Bubsky now tries to do. Murray gets a lot of ground. He's moving very far. Kazuya comes, tries to shoot for those feet. He saw them for a second, and Murbit just passes. They don't focus on Ivy, and that might be a massive mistake. Kazuya is extremely close. Torben rips him into pieces. And now Murbit release himself the exit frag. That tilts you. When you certainly lose such a duel, that's just painful. Favin finds refrag. Favin, stop! Hello, Favin! How is this guy allowed to do that? He finds himself a triple. Back in Pop Top, and Fragsters are losing a round without killing anyone. Odd. You could really call that on, and therefore, Favin doing major work for his team. Securing themselves also a great economic situation. As we see, there it goes. Burbage finds himself Dragonfly. Stavin, Torben, and Co. are gonna go for it. Cressy gets himself refreshed. It looks bad right now for Fragsters at this point in time. And it might be EURONICS stepping back into this. They're taking their time, Fragsters, kind of. I mean, it's still the said they want to go for, and EURONICS are fortifying that quite well. Cressy comes around, Stavin stays in the smoke. It's going to be lucky enough for that, sees Kazuya one taps him. Everyone now knows there's a guy just nearby, and he's a little bit in a tricky situation. Cressy just hit the right timing. He does. Gets one. Torben down to 35. Hopes to get Murbit. It's higher and higher. Cressy can help right now, his teammate. So nade comes. Murbit's still finding him. 14-7, Fragsters. It's a little bit odd. I mean, 14-5 it was. The scoreline was astonishingly good. And also, I mean, the situation they were in, the opponent barely had too much. As it goes, Crispy. The rest of the team are now aware that only pistols are in the play. It doesn't matter for Stavin at least. Kazuya executed by 50 cal. Dragonfly pushing through together with his teammate. If that bomb goes down, it doesn't. Sad story. Torben. Screw the flames. I'm not interested in the Molotovs. I'm more the guy of planting a bomb. C4 has been put down. It helps Fragsters at least a bit with the economy.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
14-8. AK and op. See what they can do there. Because right now, doesn't look too good for the team. Molov's gonna come in. Oh no. They're failing that. Fragsters seem kind of nervous. The 60-second mark has now been reached. It's gonna be EURONICS holding themselves deep down to the A side. Crispy might hit the first into refresh. Steps up and get hurt. He's gonna be executed. Torben and his teammate now coming over Ivy, where no one is really paying attention to. It might be Murbit coming at the right time. The bomb is there onto Torben. They're standing in the smoke. Murbit doesn't find anything for the moment. Oh no, he does. There's a big yellow light at that C4, and it makes you shine at night. Murbit finds Stavin as well. That bomb has to be retrieved. Murbit is not to be stopped. Kazuya the same. Dragonfly on his own, and suddenly it falls apart. EURONICS gets round number 9 due to the ops. Fragsters not very happy about this. Stavin going for a pause. Seems to be a very good idea right now. Now, as we see, EURONICS are coming closer to this. It's kind of concerning for Fragsters. I mean, we had it yesterday. Well, let's say it like this. Northwind made Fragsters sweat big time. As we see, EURONICS hold themselves very tight on that A site. And just waiting that. Waiting and waiting. Here they come. Cressy needs to strike big time with his team. Kazuya finds Dragonfly. Favin gets himself Torvin as well. It seems like the shutdown on the A side is immediate. It is! As Crispy though finds it, Stavin can't do a thing about it. Double digits now finally achieved. EURONICS really come back in this. It's hard to believe, to be very honest. They would benefit from this massively, though. Simply due to the reason that the next map Cash is up next. EURONICS would love it. They will love it, let's say it like that. And now finding this map would be gorgeous for them. Seems like that one doesn't go according to plan. Murbit jumps down. And the CTs still have a good bunch of money left to buy into this round. And from now on, it's 5 in a row. This goes. Cressy is a shocking human being. Kazuya doing a very similar sort of setup. Stavin can escape together with his teammates. Stavin is like, no, I'm not going through this. I'm not interested. Please leave me alone. Bye-bye. See you on the other side. And B side would be a very attackable position for Stavin and Bubsky. They also have the team on a quite good economic level. At B-side execution, it could work quite well. The Molotov just push through, or rather rotate back. I mean, when we take a look at it real quick, Crispy now switched over. Favin seems quite unaware. He's coming closer, Crispy. No one is checking for a connector. That's a flaw, and that flaw is going to happen with a punishment. Oh, Murbit whiffs the shot. Favin gets close, but Favin executes him, and Stavin doesn't go for the plan, interestingly enough. It was wide. Oh no, he's a sneaky agent right here, this Stavin guy. Finds at least a frag onto Murbit. Flashbang quite decently done. Hopes for more. Could go for that plant. Favin executes him in the end. God damn it! How close it is for Fragsters. EURONICS, I mean, I'm kind of surprised about this auto sniper play, but Murbit hasn't shown great accuracy so far. Unfortunately, there were a few scenes where he could have done it better. Now he's switched up to the high ground. Close he is. And Torben, not quite sure if he's going to win that duel. Gonna win it. Very well done. EURONICS are coming closer to this. Merrick fully blind, and Refresh stands in the flames for a long time. Gonna pass over to Fabian. He's executing him. No problem. But Bubsky finds himself that one. Dragonfly does the same. And now the bomb needs to go back on that side. Oh, Dragonfly just escapes.
Bomb has been planted.
And take a look at Bubsky. I'm not quite sure if anyone knows. Cressy seems to be quite aware of what's right now happening. Dragonfly, fully blind he is. Oh no, he finds Crispy. That's shocking. Cressy goes for the no-scope, and he's now the only individual to bring us in a favorable position from his left-hand side, though. Dragonfly comes, and that's going to be 16-11. And that's map number 1. After EURONICS had a little bit of a fight there. I mean, 14-5 it was for Fragsters. And then Cressy and Co still tried to come back, couldn't do it in the end. It was a tight one. It was a shaky one. Cash is coming up next. Dragonfly and his team are not really a dominant sort of force there. So I imagine we might just see Cressy and his boys come back on that, and then we're going on the final one. We'll just see it in a second. I am Zesh. We'll just be right back. We're taking a little break, and then continuing on map number 2.
Place your bets at gg.bet. Most popular esports titles. Deposit with convenient payment options. Cool mini games. And 24/7 support for players. Sign up now for the best esports bets at gg.bet.